Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for the week from 29th of May to the 4th of June 2023. And this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so the last week of May, and then it's very interesting because it falls on right on the 4th of June, which we were talking yesterday about the full moon in Sagittarius. So what we are expecting with these coincidences about, astrologies and energies wise speaking. Okay, so I'm thinking now because Mercury is going back to the starting point before she retrograded. So Mercury brings all the things that being stirred up, but left in the shadows to the surface. And in combinations with the full moon in Sagittarius on the 3rd and the 4th, depends on where you are in the world. So it can be the 3rd, it can be the 4th. It will show a lot of like hidden truth or avoided truth or covered truth about things. It can be on different levels. It can be on your own level of personal stuff, personal business or situation, things that you avoid, for example. Or it can be higher to, businesses or even politics, or even, the earth itself. Because these type of energies is very unusual. It's like it's too much. It's overwhelmed energies. It's substantial energy. And Taurus is about the earth size, about the world in general, the economics in general, especially money, cultivating agriculture. It can be even health, but it's all about progressive movements, about progressive, breakthrough. This is like the quantum leap of qualities in everything, including the consciousness. The reason why I say it's including the consciousness because I have the feeling this gonna be another wake-up call. It's actually much bigger than the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse was on the 5th of May, and then we have the new moon in Taurus on the 19th of May, and now this one is actually bigger, so it escalates. So there's the sense of the urge, the wake-up call to people about the way they approach life, the way they've been living, the way they've been treating each other. Because the full moon in Sagittarius, and you know Sagittarius very well because it's your ruling sign, because that's you. So it's all about freedom. It's all about justice. It's all about philosophy, understanding. It's all about expansion. It's all about even changing or rewriting law. Now there's another side about law, which is Libra, but Libra is kind of like artificial law. It's radical law. The law of Sagittarius, like we talked with each other yesterday in the video yesterday when I did the daily reading. This is the religions, and this is only one religion can be true and unique in this universe. That's the universal religion, and it's the universal law. And this is what it's about, because this is how Sagittarius represents to the world of the true values of things. And this is very similar to what Pluto trying to do, because Pluto's changing the sign from Capricorn to Aquarius to rewrite or to reorder, restructure all the things that went, it's not went wrong, but it was derailed. The humankind derailed off the goal of the values, and then also to restructure and to rewrite what was being distorted for, benefits of the groups or personal benefits. So this is a sense of, if I visualize the pictures of the energy, so we're going through all the upgrading step by step, and this is directly connected to spirituality because it's about consciousness. It's the wake-up call so people can recognize about themselves, recognize about the communities, recognize about the whole world, what game we're playing. This is what you call it's real, or this is what we're here to experiment. When we have all these right concepts, and it has to be done through the upgrading of consciousness, because the intellect cannot interpret and explain. And it comes to the point that the old belief system were too out of date. And we have a lot more information nowadays thanks to the globalization. So the picture of what I'm seeing, because I tend to see the big pictures, so we know exactly why we say what we say. Now, the big picture here is we're stepping into the Aquarius age, but to allow things to have time, like the metaphor of the orchestra, the conductor, which is Pluto, will have to step back and leave people sometimes so people can readjust and rehearse their roles. And it's very similar to the individual skill. Sagittarius will be have to align with the new missions, with the new higher self purposes. And Jupiter is already inset in Taurus. And now this full moon right in Sagittarius, and guess what? It's house 1. So house 1 is actually beginnings, new beginnings. It's about reinventing yourself or shift yourself. That's why majority of Sagittarius have the ability of shifting. You can play different roles because due to the old limited believing system that you picked up, you forget about your abilities, and now you start to see clearer about yourself. And this time, I'm so glad I share this because I can see the collective start to, even on a higher level of waking up, seeing through the details of what already been being upgraded. So you actually stepping into a much higher level of your own power. So these energies of the full moon in Sagittarius, it's like the triumph gate of the golden blessings, and we're going through it so we can get cleansed, and we've been laminated with the new layer, the new coat of the armors that you're gonna use this to fight all the next battles. But the difference is now you got the armors, you're no longer fighting without protection. So everything's gonna be quite glorious in the future. So this is what I see. All other side, they will receive quite similar blessings, but as you see, it's house 1 is Sagittarius. Now we even more sure when we keep saying with each other that now it's the turns of Sagittarius, and that is why we say this is our time. So this is the glory time that if we really trust what we have seen and what we see, especially what we share today about information, then we will keep doing what we newly collected or newly learned about these concepts and knowledge. Mainly, learn how to stay in the higher vibrations. Stay away from anything to make you feeling suffered, feeling hurt, feeling upset, feeling depressed, because that's what the blessings about. And you will feeling really, how I say, very kind of like the sense of feeling compensated eventually. So it's quite an amazing feeling. Now, there will be a group of people who still doubt themselves or trying to, how I say, it's not about people don't want to get better, because everyone wants to be happy and everyone wants to get better. But there will be a group of people who probably, because they are so still young, so sometimes the challenges too much for them, or they set the challenges too high. But with the inner strength and with all the blessings and the support from the collective, hopefully that people will make it. Or else everyone goes through this triumph gate of blessings, instead of giving you the armors of being a next class, next top model of warriors. The people will have to face the truth about the shadow that they kept with themselves for so long, and actually longer than what they should. So there will be that's why I say that there will be a sense of a massive awakening again. So to me, this is the second time of awakening 2023 after the new moon in Taurus. So now we unlock all the hidden meaning of this energy. Speaking about the period of 29th of May until the 4th of June in general, very similar, because Mercury gonna conjunct with Uranus by the 4th of June, the 3rd or the 4th. But the energy will be in that dominant of, rebel everything that's no longer being required. And this is the power of the matrix. And if we really understand the matrix, we can play along with it. And all we need to do is actually just to follow the instructions. We don't actually have to create anything. All we need is to reinvent whatever that comes to us. So it depends on your situations, whatever that you've been given. If you're given a job, you do a job. If you're given with a talent, then you play with your talents. And this is how we create a new life with a lot of ease and more joy, more self-resilient, and more, more stability. And then we can, get everything at once and still being free. So this is the visions of what I can see for the clan. Hopefully this is the case. But for now, let's go to the cards and we will see what spirits have for us. Okay, so as usual, we will go to the oracle cards first to see what we have for the week 29th of May to the 4th of June 2023. If you would like to donate to the channels, please find the donate button in the description box. Thank you very much. Now let's see what we have for 29th of May to the 4th of June. As usual, the first oracles I will use the Star Code Astro, and we will see what we have. We have number 2, Taurus, cultivate. It's really, really nice. You know what? So the new moon in Sagittarius, which is actually the main theme, but then it's also when Mercury is conjunct with Uranus, so there will be a big change. It's kind of shocking changes. Now it's only becomes shocking changes if we don't prepare, spiritually speaking, with the understanding, because everything's been indicated, But it's only shocking when we, trying to neglect the knowledge and don't um, don't have the will to comprehend it. And believe me, the people here in our channels, as long as you're here with me, then I know for the fact that you are well prepared and well knowledge, very deep with your spiritualities. So that's a big blessing, and we will get this kind of like the golden laminating shower through this. But again, there's a lot of people still. As I was saying this yesterday with Debbie, and I say I don't know why people still claim that I have a skeptical mind. I don't get it. What skeptical mind means? What do they really mean? That means that they don't want to accept something that they couldn't understand, or because they don't know about something and they refuse to learn. It just don't make sense. But anyway, those people, they will learn their hard way. But here now, let's say about number two. It's the reminder of house number two, which is finance, money, and Taurus, cultivate. And Taurus is actually, the Jupiter is right in Taurus. So there will be a big, how I say, turnover coming in for people. All the hard works will be repaid. If you stand your truth, if you dare to align with your soul desire, you will prove to everyone that you are the one who's right. And if anyone wants to follow the majority, the crowd, just leave them, because the crowd would have to follow us, because we set the trend, because we are Sagittarius. Then that is actually the collective mission. By raising the collective awareness, consciousness, helping each other to get awakened and created a new life with a new style. And that is what we're doing. So in case you ask what is the meaning of your existence and what is the purposes, if you share the same goal with the collective, you will see the purpose of yourself very clearly in daily life, in your situations. And things will just come, because when you meant to do your job, your mission, the universe always provides the tools. Okay, so second card. Let's see what we have. Second card, as usual, I will go to the starseeds, my favorite. I cannot help myself. So we have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So the sovereignty here, this new moon is actually about integrity. That means that doesn't matter how much ego that you've been trapped with. Of course, no one wants these egos, right? Because we picked up innocently. We didn't mean to pick it up, because we didn't know. And because human beings trying to cover the truth for so long, so they can, manipulate the crowd, so they can keep their powers. And you will see in next 20, 30 years, the new generation, they will educate themselves since young that the individuals, they only, follow the truth of the light. No religions can, have space for the Aquarius age of children. So this is exactly what the starseeds want you to understand too, and hopefully that you receive the message well, that you are an empath. So whatever that you went through, or whatever that is still left over, it's time to drop. And how do you drop it? If because some people will say, how I drop it, because I don't have anything. But that's the meaning of it. That's the power of the wisdoms. Once you manage to get awakened, once you manage to not separate yourself from the collective, you will see exactly why you should drop everything that no longer makes you happy. It's simply that you will come to understanding that none of this belongs to you. None of this is your responsibilities. You only do things or trying to suffer when you still believe that part of something still your duty or responsibilities. It's just as simple as that. And I hope that I will receive feedback from people and say, Andy, you were right, I recognize it. I will be very, very thrilled to hear from such comments. Because this is exactly what Spirit's trying to, encourage all of us every day. And the star seeds also, provide the same knowledge and telling us every day. And the matrix that we analyze, it say the same. It's time to drop. Literally, we can imagine this. Whoever played this game up there, and we are here as the contactee, they trying to tell us we playing a new game now. If you see what I mean. And they don't play a new game randomly because the Earth finished the spiritual cycle of 26,000 years. And they have to follow the Earth because the Earth is a bigger part of energies of the scale. So everything has its reasons. Okay, so love relationship period 29th of May to the 4th of June. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now you see why there's so much deception trying to get back to you, and there's so many copy energies with the same patterns of what you might be interested in, but there's always something missing. And most of all, you don't feel that how I say the jumping of the heart. You don't have that chemistry, the connections. And now this full moon, sorry, not new. This full moon it will show you the path for sure, but it might show you love too. It will bring you. That's why we had that readings about calling the soulmate, and everything is right in the right order, according to the matrix energy. Okay, so get ready, everyone. And remember, it's the cue, right? So don't get impatient. As long as you complete everything about yourself, consciousness, raising your consciousness, heading toward the 5D ideas of what the consciousness of the 5D is about, and practicing, put it into your daily life. Changing your routines to suit your new image, your physics, and a lot of people wants to go to do new things to look after their health. And at one time, we didn't think about it because we didn't have the energies, because the energy is not allowed. But now we in that type of energy, and people will go and change things, and probably that is already changing. If you think about your life now, there's a lot of think about yourself changing. So it's really great. A big turning point. And another thing that I can see here is you will start to allow yourself to see things with the third eyes. So you kind of you're getting more familiar with using your intuition. So you always got a good intuition, right? But you tend to, because there's there was the mist the blurred visions about everything around you. The concept is not clear, the knowledge were not sufficient, and now you got everything. So you start to allow yourself to act with your intuitions more and listens to your actually guide more. And you will start to see things around the corner without even having to questions or suspect about the possibilities of what to do and what not. And it's a great start. It will develop more. I can see things gonna progress in a rapid speed because Uranus and the Sun in Gemini too is all about speed and it's all about informations. It will be tons of informations. But again, we will have to watch out. That's why we need to really root it and trust our knowledge and our knowledge only. We're not being influenced by things that are fake because of all the information it might cause some discerning things, and we need to learn how to discern things too. Things that are not relevant. For me, I would advise on behalf of myself to people, just stick to the plan of the guide teams because they know the plans, we don't, right? We will always safe because spirits never tell you the wrong things. So let's go with the tarot. We have the World. Wow, amazing. Can you believe that? We're talking about the house 1, beginnings, new beginnings. Challenge the Fool. There you go. How you get through this golden triumph gate to get this laminated armors. We will go and clarify and understand this. Now, subconsciousness, you have the Two of Swords. Consciousness, you have Seven of Pentacles. Your mentalities, actually. In your environment, you have the Eight of Pentacles. It looks amazing. And the outcome energies, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so the awakening, I can see here. New beginnings, new life, new opportunities, I can see here. There's a little bit of, how I say, the Fool here is the obstacles, something that need to be unblocked to allow the new beginning to start. Now, it has to do with the Seven of Pentacles. This is your mentality, so it actually represents the direct influence of your environment right now, the external environment, like the work environment, the money environment, the karmic environment, whatever that. It's like the towers. It's not the towers any longer because the tower is not attached. Even you living right in the middle of the disputed situations. Like, for example, you have a house and you share with the ex-wife, ex-husband, but you couldn't sell it yet. There's something about it with the Seven of Pentacles. So we need to clarify. Your higher self wants you to know that don't look back. Don't even think. Just do. And do what? The Eight of Pentacles. You already, see, this is the energy of the week. So the revelations of new abilities or new skills or new ideas or even new opportunity with the Eight of Pentacles. We clarify that and we will understand. But most of all, the High Priestess. You will be very, very psychic. It's like you become the psychic yourself. You always got it. So the fact is, all the signs have psychic abilities, not just Sagittarius, right? Because some sign very intuitive, like Pisces, because water sign very Scorpion, Pisces, and not a Cancerian. The water signs tend to be very intuitive, but to be the level of the psychics, like like all the shaman, the healers in the past, that is you. So there is something about your awakening of the inner abilities that you're gonna experience, and this is the magical moment if it happens to you, because you might work the whole life or many lives to get to this point. Okay, so let's clarify this. Week 29th of May to the 4th of June. So the world is clarified by the Eight of Wands. So it's kind of like a lot of things going on here. I can see. It's about communication, but it's also about quick moving out of the stagnated zone. So I have the feeling there is some sort of opportunity that's not yet come to people. You were hoping for something, and that's it. The Fool here still stuck. So let's see what the Fool is about first, and then we'll make the whole pictures in details. So the Fool is clarified by the Tower. That I was right. So there is something that you feeling still trapped. That you find it's kind of like how to get out of this, but you don't understand one thing, that, as I say, it's your mentality, because the Seven of Pentacles here, you keep looking to the dead end of the maze. Remember that you are playing the Matrix. So you have to change your perspective in your situation, asking yourself, why should you still bother? Why should you still have to stay? And if you don't want to be stuck, then what kind of solutions that makes you feel happy, or feeling how I say at ease with it? Because you're trying to be fair, I understand that. So there's a sense of you find it hard to not to kind of like to over, how I say, not overuse people, but you feel like you want, you, in one hand you want to get out of the situation, but on the other hand you also want to make sure that people will have to think of you as a good deed, or a greatness, something like that. But let me tell you this, they don't. It's only in your mind. That is what called a psychological trap. So if you in that situations and hear what I'm saying, stop that thinking, and then you will figure out how to get out of that. The Matrix is all the way put you in the situations that you might think there's no solutions, but you forget that there's always the key go with it. So the problems is always go with the key. It's just a matter how you see the key. So let's see what I want to do here now between the Seven of Pentacles. I don't know why I want to see the Seven of Pentacles first, to see why you think it that way, why you keep looking back into the corner of the room. Meanwhile, the door is the other direction. So let's see the Seven of Pentacles. the Four of Wands. All you need, that's what I say, all you need is to turn around and walk out of that room. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands here is actually the double blessing. It will give you the sense of, as I say in the introduction video, it's a sense of being compensated. So someone is waiting for you, but they cannot get in. Because that is your matrix, if you can see it now. Even if they hear you, they know you, they stand outside, if they can see you, but they're not allowed to get in because they have their own matrix and you have your own matrix. And that's the access door. So all you need to do is just to step out. So that's the reason why I say 2023 is the amnesty year for that reason. That's why many souls want to incarnate around this time so they can solve everything. And even if they cannot solve it, the universe still give them the access door for that reason. So now let's see the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords clarified by death. Definitely that this is the wake-up call, a transformations, the transformations of everything. Literally everything. Inside out, even your guts, even your health system, even your DNA, everything. If you think about yourself, you start to see yourself changed a lot. The way you live, the way you behave, the way you respond to the same patterns that you don't do the same anymore. You're changing. But speaking of that, your higher self wants you to know that you have to stop resisting and stay, because you put yourself in that psychological traps. And the door right there. So this is the door of the matrix. And the reward is right there with the Four of Wands. So there wanna be a big revelations. This is like you getting out of the matrix and you step right on the stage of your own show, right in the middle of the spotlight, with the big fan staying right there and waiting for you, admiring your courage and wisdom and beauty, of course. Now, in your environment, the Eight of Pentacles, there's a lot to do with upgrading your skill. It's like you discover the new skill, or you come back, develop your old skill, upgrade it to something more, the new versions of yourself. So the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Swords. Yep. So this is the skill or the ideas or the work that you pick up or you decided to take. It's something that will be aligned to your purposes. And this is a lot to do with the new approach, attitude toward life, because this is the energies of the Uranus conjunctions with Mercury in house. It's in house 6, isn't it? With Jupiter, yeah, I think so. If it's Taurus, it's house 6, so it's purposes, right? And the full moon in house 1 is about beginnings and also about approaches to life. Very similar meanings. It will set you free. So this is the energies of rebirth, death, definitely. Now the High Priestess, the last card. Let's see what we have. The High Priest, we have the Two of Pentacles. Oh, this is amazing. So prepare yourself, because you're gonna meet someone who's definitely your soulmate. Four of Wands. You're gonna meet your soulmate around this time. there will be a nice arrangement from spirits, and it's a divine timing. I can see the wheel of fortune here. Now with this reading, I don't actually have to clarify anything, but someone, when you meet this person, you would instantly feel it. It's like the heart chakra is made, designed for each other. There were the magnetic attractions pulling two of you together. So, based on this kind of reading, what I think straight away is from now up till the event happening, you gonna have to deal with a lot of repeated patterns of deceptions. So your job is to prove to yourself that you're no longer a fool and fall for the old tricks. Doesn't matter, if you see what I mean. And that is when you will allow the manifestations. This is actually your manifestations comes in faster. Because as long as you still stuck with someone or even playing the game, even you're not interested in them, right? But you're still playing the game along because you think it, okay, I want to see where it goes, as you waste your energy. First of all, so when you waste your energies, you actually reduce the speed of what coming toward you, and the speed of what coming is very high speed, faster than the speed of light. I guarantee you. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoy this reading, and I hope all the best to all of you. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share the video, subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you would like to donate, please find the donate button in the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.